Hello, and welcome to the Rangru cast, me Rangru, and today we are doing a 2v2 on Punch Bowl. So, on the left hand side, in blue, playing Blue 4, we got EU Banana and Super Ross Han J. And on the right hand side, in red, playing as Red 4, we got Shade and Lone Wolf. So, as usual, let's speed this up and get things going. This is usually a 1v1 match, and the other times we've seen this has already just been in a 1v1, so it will be quite interesting to see us in a 2v2 setup. And the map is rather big, which makes rather well for 2v2. Maybe you see some action down in Delta and Charlie. Definitely seems like it. I mean, Shade's got both markers on the points, and the planes, not really. Quite a few helicopters here from Red 4. 3 Mi-24s, while Blue 4 going for mainly a... Actually, got a lot of a helicopter push going into Delta. And up top we've got a lot of infantry. It seems like Mr. Super Ross playing a German deck. Yeah, just a full-on German deck. While his teammate is playing France. You do have an engagement up top. The BMP's getting some long range hits with their autocannon, or conquers the autocannon to a bit more closer range, I reckon. Yeah, you can get the LP Chilters and mechs into the town. But he's left with running forces, pounding away at the BMP2s. This is a very nice open field cover here. Those Leopards messing up the infantry. In his second squad up in Chota's Medicine, may be able to get into his town, but the Jaegers have already landed, and the Jaegers are in the arse to deal with. They're down here. Mi-24 stunning up the Recon Leopard. Henry got Commandosi moving into the forest, but here comes the Flak Panther Shepard unloading onto the hives. Get another shot on the enemy. There we go. Might want to get those hives out of him. I mean, that's already 2 losses. He's going to lose his third one. We do have an SU-24 MP, which is the seed version, coming in. Going to try and hit the Flag Panzer Shepard. It does miss. He's going to be coming in for round 2. Now in the middle, Blue 4 managing to take Bravo. Not really contested, as Lone Wolf is just trying to move into his top hand forest. And down below, we just have a few infantry guys in Charlie. I'm guessing the Blue 4 helicopter Russ kind of got destroyed. That's what it looks like. Definitely what it looks like. Those LSCRs low on ammo. There, Red 4, they have lost this top hand town, and that will be quite a pain in the arse to get back, especially if Blue 4 can set up in this forest. But if they can take advantage of this forest down here and try to get control of this entire area, they can at least cut off reinforcements here and hopefully retake it. Now getting a few more stuff into Bravo. Got these LSCRs, but they're just going to get outgunned by the French infantry. I'm having a feeling that Lone Wolf is Polish and... I believe he's playing a Polish deck. Let's just check his tank real fast. With all the types of T-72s that you get, you do kind of lose track of him. Sade has an East German run. So yeah, it seems like both sides are definitely playing just national decks. Yeah, I do have some SPW-80s flanking around the side. Not going to be spotting the CV. The Reamers and infantry and the bombing run going to completely wipe them out. Raphael C run, keeping skies clear. And Said is going to get quite a lot of FJB-40s into his town. You may want to actually get him into the town sector to take a few casualties. The AMX-10s are definitely going to help out. I think if Sade really wants to take this town, he's going to need a huge force of infantry and probably some tanks to help clear out this open field. Because even though FJBs are special forces, they don't have machine guns. They have to rely on their assault rifle only. but we do have the Napalm BM24. Yeah, it doesn't have the high explosive effect as a Buratino, but, you know, Napalm still burns, and it still hurts. SU7, dropping into the Nape, clearing out this, doing a bit of damage to the town. Once again, just complete few infantry guys as we get picked off by the overwhelming force. Blue 4 doing a very good job just holding on to Echo and Bravo. Great use of the airplanes. This SU-22. Yeah, he's going to get intercepted by the Raphael. Just one missile being shot out. Very good position here from Sade. Got a few LSTR-40s. You might think about getting a CV down into Delta and neutralise the point, because they are losing by that plus run at the moment, Redfall. Now the Clerk in a fantastic spot to cut off this open field. You know, it's a little bit low in ammo, only 5 shots left. T-55 going to get some hits on these M113s as they flank. And even using an SU-22 to get a few kills. And a second SU-22 to hopefully kill some radar AA. These Panjagers moving through the forest. Going to be engaged in arenas. They're going to get closer. Use our RPGs to great effect. SU-22 getting shot down in Blue 4. All I just need to do is hold on to their points, to keep control of Echo and Bravo and make sure nothing too bad happens in Delta, and they will be good as gold. More SU-22s being brought up. But yeah, the Flag Punchers turning off their guns, which is a rather smart thing to do. They really do like using their seed on another good strafing one here, and because their guns are turned off, you know, the seed aircraft keeps coming over and over and over again. It's deterring these Flak Panzers from retaliating back. Got a bloody recon guy all the way back here, and I believe he's getting some pretty good eyes on. Yeah, some very good eyes, seeing all the tanks and whatnots being brought up. Even just having a recon infantry, not kill the backline CV, actually getting a side shot on the Leopard 184. That may not have been the smartest idea. But just having recon infantry in the backline here to see what your opponent brings up helps a ton, being able to prepare, you know, in advance. And indeed he is under serious pressure. We just have a bunch of Red 4 infantry or LSTRs moving out of town up into the forest. Mirage dropping in some nape on this group, and that's going to be a dead-on hit. Bam. And there, Banana may want to think about getting some more closer range stuff. He's getting some AMX-10s, which are rather good. I believe they're decent, not the best. Yeah, 15 points. Can't really go too wrong with that. But it is the problem when you play National decks. You do have to compromise, as you don't have all the awesome meta stuff. Now, we actually have quite a nice push here from Sade, Mochguchen, supported by BMP runs, and a very nice amount of infantry. It's ATTM Island 3 going to get a few ATTMs off. But if he really wants to take this open field in Bravo, he's going to need a heavier tank, like a proper T-72. Because Blue 4, all they have is a few light armor here, and this Clerk is literally out of ammo. There's a few T-72s to clear out the light armor so the infantry can safely push into the town. Because those Marauders and AMX-10s are just going to engage anything that crosses the open field. Now Redfall, I'm trying to retake Echo. We've got this T-72 Yagurai going at it, but at close range the German tanks are going to win. And he's just trying to get his infantry across the open field, but it's not going to work. Oh, some very good side shots here from the BMP2s. Unfortunately, they do miss. And napalm onto the Jaegers. Moskowitz going to be clearing them out. And he's probably going to need a few more Moskowitz. Su-7 dropping into Nape. Trying Gonna clear out that town, and this is a smart idea, attacking Echo from the top hand side, because you unload right here, just run down the hill, and you're already in the town without having to expose yourself to the nasty tanks to the left. And he's going to get his BMP2s really close to Napalm, acting as a smokescreen. And he's going to unload his infantry and move him down into the town. The Jaegers are quite in strength. He's going to need fire support from the BMP2s if he wants to take this. Or more napalm. I mean, there's some mechs already getting stunned up, losing 1/3 of their troop strength already. BMP2's helping out quite a bit, stunning up one Jaeger squad. The second Jaeger squad being forced to push back, making them very exposed to the order. You're going to get rocket launchers off on the BMP2s. All three of them getting killed. A little bit bunched up. Yeah, he's going to be able to hold on to that town in the middle. BMP runs moving up in the open field, but as you can see, these Mortar 2s on Lapid 184 just going to completely wreck him. They really do need some sort of heavy armor down here, some sort of anti-tank weapon to clear this up. Now, down in Delta, they're doing a very good job with that guerrilla warfare. LSTRs is messing up the Jaegers. And having these guys with the AA missiles definitely helps as a standalone unit. They do suffer in machine gun capacity because, well, they don't have a machine gun. And that T-72 in a fantastic spot, just getting shot after shot. It does get flanked by the Brenouche. Going hard behind enemy lines. And cutting off these BMP runs. Now, Razorly survived Jack's shot. The next one is going to kill him. Last BMP run, instant killed. Now the LSTRs are kind of cut off. We've got a lot of Jaegers here now, a lot of Chasseurs as well. So it's probably won't go all that well. I mean, just a Mirage bombing run should kill these guys. Now, amazingly, Blue Fort hasn't even got a CV into Bravo this entire match. They are losing by a +4 now because Red Fort has been holding on to Delta for quite some time, and recapping Echo definitely out. But Blue Fort does need a CV up. They are getting one right now. Hopefully, they can get it into Echo ASAP, because even though they kind of have the map advantage in terms of ground held, you do need to keep an eye on your points, because this is pretty bloody bad at the moment for them. Faljake is flanking up top. And they're going to be moving up, hitting the T-72 Jaeger, Jaguar, however you say it. The LSCRs just getting pounded by AML-60s. Very nice, cheap French artillery piece. Even though it's just an artillery piece on top of a armoured scout car. This is a one-room field cannon, it's definitely helped out. The LSCR is going to be going down, and the CV is going to be put onto Delta, a Leopard run CV. So the infantry CV is going to be heading into Bravo. And not a moment too soon. They're going to have to find a CV in Delta and clear it out. And it's not really well protected, only a T-72M and an OSA covering it. Do have some more Modskuchens trying to get into that top end forest. Now Redford, they do have a CV on Echo, but they don't have the town under control, which is really the important part. But having this high ground is definitely going to help, because if anything moves up here, you can just shoot them with the Concourse. They may want to think about getting that town sometime soon. Because if they can clear this town, put the ATGM guys in it, they can clear out all these tanks. Redford trying to retake Delta, which is probably their best bet. Just keep up. But at a very heavy point advantage right now. 350 point advantage over Blue 4. All they really have to do is hold on to what they got. You know, just keep the pressure on Delta, use more Scootons to great effect. Because more Scootons are bloody amazing infantry. Maybe neutralize Bravo. They could do that. Sneak an infantry CV in here or a vehicle CV up in his tree line. Because all they need is 48 points to win. But really, for Blue 4, it's really going to be down to recapping Delta first off. And hopefully recapping Echo. And maybe neutralizing Charlie. Because they have a lot of points to catch up to. Osa's protecting the CV. Oh, it does get spotted as it does run out of ammo. And the Fouchjager's not going to be moving across the open field. It over the marker on the CV. And here comes a tornado. Going to be dropping in some bombs. And it's only an APC. Even got mortars hitting that forest. And that is a lot of firepower and a lot of napalm. And no way he survived. He missed. Oh no, he moved to CV just in time. And the T-72 surviving that. Bluefoot just have a huge amount of overwhelming forces in Delta. They could easily just move up and wipe this all out. He'd have a Hind coming in. Getting some shots on the Brennus, but a little bit too close. Going to be taking some autocannon fire. And he should finally hit it. Bloody hell, how many Conquins does it take to kill a Brennus? Seems like it takes 4. Some long range fire onto Leopard 1A4 up top. Pretty much an ATGM line surrounding Echo, stopping anything from moving up any closer. You got some Hinds and infantry moving across the backhand side. And Blue 4 now gaining that nice +2 lead. If they hold this +2 lead for 14 minutes, they will become victorious. F1CT napalming up for us, killing the T-72. Redfall bringing in more reinforcements. The Hind helping out a bit, but the autocannon from the Brennus is gonna stray at Ray, and his Hind is well below in ammunition. Really, it's probably going to be Redfall's best bet in Delta, is to just garrison East Sound and have some fire support tanks to stop anything from moving up. Because trying to reassault this forest isn't breaking out all that now. Blue Fortress has everything in here. Got a command infantry being brought into Delta. And these recon CVs getting some side hits. Got the Leopard running for that's the illusion sight, moving it back just in time. The flag pans again hits on that helicopter. I believe that was an Mi-2. That was an Mi-24. There's Mi-24, so getting a little bit close. But it's actually, well, the AA is back here, doesn't have line of sight on the Hind. Yeah, Redfall getting the CV into Delta. A little bit in the open. They may want to get it into his town. They're going to keep it inside of the forest. And a flank here from Redfall, using the top hand side of its hill to attack the top side of Foxtrot, but it's just not gonna be enough. Maybe if they did an infantry push into here with some more scoops, actually, it seems like that's what they're doing. Because if they can rush some infantry into here, they can shoot to the side, clear up his back line, and then the BMPs can provide fire support. Because as you can see, there's not as many infantry here. I mean, the Panzer Grenadier is probably going to get some good hits if they get too close to his... Oh, he's going to go... If he goes down his hill, he's going to get buggered. Yep. The Lutes and Leopard 2s getting hits on them. He really sort of ran around this terrain, going to here, use the town as cover. But on this ridge attacking downwards, he is just taking a lot of auto cannon fire. Machine gun fire from the Panzer Grenadiers. And this is not a place I'd want to be right now. This is a deadly hilltop. And they just got completely wiped out. And Red 4 still have a very nice +1 point advantage. Just because they're keeping Delta neutralized. And Blue 4, they haven't really moved up. There's not much here. This is Hind that's almost out of ammo, and FJB-40 that's pretty much destroyed. But they're just keeping hold of this forest, not even sending in any recon to try to get eyes on. Maybe even like Commando Marines now. And that should be enough to clear this out. Where the Hind will be a little bit difficult. But that is a victory to Red 4. Gaining the win there, even though they did lose in terms of kill advantage. 600, 700 point difference. And a very good game to Red 4, yeah. Putting that pressure onto that bottom hand side helped out a ton. Because they managed to completely capture it with just infantry, pretty much. Clearing through the forest. And Blue 4, they just couldn't get enough in there to completely clear it out. You know, they weren't really aggressive on that bottom side as well. They did a great job taking Bravo off the bat and then keeping hold of the top hand side. The Leopard 2 and the Leclercs, the tanks up top helped out a ton, keeping the open field secure enough and moving up into either Bravo or Echo. But it's really down south is where they blundered, and they should have been more aggressive on that Delta point and completely retook it instead of just leaving it captured by the enemy for so long and losing by a +4 point advantage. But yeah, very good job there from Red 4. They weren't really good with their tanks, they hardly really used any of them, but top notch with their infantry play. And down in Delta, their infantry play pretty much run them the match. Those LSTRs and Mochguchens, pretty bloody deadly. And with that, I'm gonna end it. This has been another Rangru cast. I hope you guys enjoyed the video. And as usual, please just take it easy.